I welcome you once again to Care TV, your #1 educative, entertainment and spirit-filled platform. In our today's episode, we are going to abreast ourselves on one of the pressing issues confronting the workforce of which in one way or the other affecting productivity globally. To maximize work output, there must be an enabling and stress-free environment where workers' capabilities and potentials can be maximized in enhancing turnover. Before we commence our today's class, please I urge you to hit that subscribe button, ring the notification bell, and join our growing community, for your support means the world to us. To set the ball rolling, for our today's class, which is titled, 3 Reasons Workplace Stress Management Plan Fail. Workplace stress management plans can fail for various reasons, often rooted in a combination of organizational and individual factors. Here are the 3 common reasons why workplace stress management plans fails. 1. Lack of leadership support and commitment. 2. Inadequate communication and training, and the last but not the least, failure to address root causes. Now let's take each of the 3 reasons in details. To start with, 1. Lack of leadership support and commitment. Lack of leadership support and commitment. Thus to say, if leadership is not fully committed to implementing and sustaining stress management initiatives, employees may perceive them as superficial or insincere. It's crucial for leaders to actively support and participate in stress reduction programs. Leadership should foster a culture that values work-life balance, prioritizes employee well-being, and promotes open communication. When leaders set a positive example, employees are more likely to engage with stress management initiatives. Lack of leadership support and commitment is a significant barrier to the success of workplace stress management initiatives. When leaders fail to fully endorse and actively participate in stress reduction programs, the effectiveness of these efforts can be compromised. Here are key aspects to consider regarding the impact of insufficient leadership support on stress management. 1. Cultural influence. Leadership plays a pivotal role in shaping the organizational culture. If leaders do not prioritize employee well-being or convey the importance of stress management, it sends a message that such initiatives are not integral to the organization's values. A lack of commitment from leadership can perpetuate a culture that emphasizes productivity over employee health, contributing to increased stress levels among staff. 2. Employee perception and trust. Employees closely observe the actions and attitudes of their leaders. When leadership fails to demonstrate a genuine commitment to stress management, employees may view such programs as mere lip service rather than a sincere effort to improve their work environment. Trust is crucial for the success of any organizational initiative. Without leadership support, employees may be skeptical about the organization's intentions, reducing their willingness to engage in stress management activities. 3. Modeling behavior. Leaders serve as role models for their teams. If leaders do not prioritize work-life balance, manage their stress effectively, or participate in stress reduction activities, employees are less likely to see these practices as important. Leaders who actively demonstrate a commitment to their own well-being and stress management set a positive example for employees, fostering a culture that values the health and resilience of the workforce. 4. Resource allocation. Adequate resources, both in terms of time and budget, are essential for the successful implementation of stress management programs. Without leadership commitment, securing these resources becomes challenging. Leadership support is necessary to allocate the time and funds needed to provide training, workshops, and other resources that empower employees to manage stress effectively. 5. Sustainability of initiatives. Stress management is an ongoing process that requires sustained effort. Without consistent support from leadership, there is a risk that stress reduction initiatives may be short-lived or lose momentum over time. Leaders should continuously reinforce the importance of stress management, integrate it into the organization's values, and provide ongoing support to ensure the long-term success of these programs. To overcome the lack of leadership support, organizations should involve leaders in the planning and implementation of stress management initiatives, communicate the benefits clearly, and emphasize the positive impact on both employee well-being and organizational success. By fostering a culture where leadership actively champions stress reduction efforts, organizations can create a healthier and more productive work environment. Before we move on to the second reason why workplace stress management plan fail, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, ring the notification bell, and join our growing community, for your support means the world to us. 2. Inadequate communication and training. Inadequate communication and training are critical factors that can impede the success of workplace stress management initiatives. Effective communication and comprehensive training are essential for ensuring that employees understand the purpose of stress management programs, how to access available resources, and how to integrate stress-reducing practices into their daily routines. Here are key considerations. Inadequate communication and training are critical factors that can impede the success of workplace stress management initiatives. Effective communication and comprehensive training are essential for ensuring that employees understand the purpose of stress management programs, how to access available resources, and how to integrate stress-reducing practices into their daily routines. Here are key considerations regarding the impact of insufficient communication and training on stress management. 1. Lack of awareness. If employees are not adequately informed about the existence and purpose of stress management programs, they may remain unaware of the resources and tools available to them. Inadequate communication contributes to a lack of awareness, hindering employees from taking advantage of stress reduction opportunities. 2. Skepticism and mistrust. Poorly communicated stress management initiatives may be met with skepticism or mistrust from employees. They may question the sincerity of the organization's commitment to employee well-being if the purpose and benefits of the program are not clearly conveyed. Remember, transparency and clear communication is vital for building trust and encouraging employee participation. 3. Underutilization of resources. Even if an organization offers valuable stress management resources, such as workshops or counseling services, underutilization may occur if employees are not adequately informed about how to access these resources. Communication should provide clear instructions on how employees can take advantage of available tools and support services. 4. Misalignment of expectations. Inadequate communication can lead to misalignment between employee expectations and the actual offerings of the stress management program. When employees have unrealistic expectations or misunderstand the purpose of the initiatives, their engagement may suffer. Regular, clear communication helps manage expectations and ensures that employees have a realistic understanding of the benefits and limitations of stress management programs. 5. Insufficient training. Training on stress management techniques is a crucial component of any program. If employees lack the necessary skills and knowledge to effectively manage stress, the program's impact may be limited. Training sessions should cover a range of stress reduction strategies, such as mindfulness, time management, and resilience building, to empower employees with practical tools. 6. Failure to embed in organizational culture. Stress management should be woven into the fabric of the organizational culture. Inadequate communication may result in stress reduction initiatives being perceived as isolated events rather than integral components of the workplace culture. A well-communicated and consistently reinforced message helps embed stress management practices into the organizational ethos. To address these challenges, organizations should prioritize clear and consistent communication about the purpose and benefits of stress management initiatives. Additionally, Comprehensive training programs should be designed and implemented to equip employees with the skills needed to navigate and cope with workplace stress effectively. Regular updates, feedback mechanisms, and ongoing support contribute to the sustained success of stress management efforts within the organization. Poor communication about the purpose and benefits of stress management programs can lead to skepticism and lack of participation among employees. Clear communication is essential to ensure that employees understand the goals of the program, how it will be implemented, and the resources available to them. Inadequate training on stress management techniques can also hinder the effectiveness of a program. Employees need the necessary tools and knowledge to incorporate stress-reducing practices into their daily routines. Training sessions, workshops, or resources on mindfulness, time management, and resilience can be beneficial. So far so good. We've got to know reasons why workplace stress management plan fails, and before we move on to the last but not the least reason as to why workplace stress management plan fails, please hit the subscribe button, ring the notification bell, and join our growing community, for your support means the world to us. Now to the third reason why workplace stress management plan fails is failure to address root causes. Some stress management plans focus solely on addressing the symptoms of stress rather than identifying and addressing the root causes. If workplace stress is primarily due to excessive workload, poor management practices, or a toxic work environment, these issues need to be addressed directly. Organizations should conduct thorough assessments to identify the sources of stress and work towards creating a healthier work environment. This may involve making structural changes, implementing better workload management strategies, or addressing interpersonal conflicts within the workplace. In addition to these reasons, other factors such as a lack of employee involvement in the planning process, insufficient resources, and a one-size-fits-all approach can also contribute to the failure of stress management plans. It's essential for organizations to regularly assess the effectiveness of their stress management initiatives, gather feedback from employees, and make adjustments as needed to ensure the well-being of their workforce. A comprehensive and proactive approach that addresses both organizational and individual factors is more likely to succeed in creating a less stressful and healthier work environment. Failure to address the root causes of workplace stress is a significant impediment to the success of stress management initiatives. While stress management programs aim to alleviate the symptoms of stress, it's crucial to identify and tackle the underlying factors that contribute to stress in the workplace. Here are key aspects to consider regarding the impact of neglecting the root causes of stress. 1. Prolonged stressors persist. If stress management efforts solely focus on providing coping mechanisms without addressing the root causes, employees may continue to experience chronic stressors. This can lead to a cycle where stressors persist, undermining the effectiveness of stress reduction programs. 2. Limited impact on work environment. Stress often arises from workplace conditions such as excessive workload, lack of role clarity, poor communication, or inadequate resources. If these factors are not addressed, stress management programs may have limited impact, as the work environment itself remains a source of stress. 3. Employee frustration and disengagement. When employees perceive that the organization is not taking steps to address the fundamental issues causing stress, frustration and disengagement can set in. This can erode trust and confidence in the effectiveness of stress management initiatives. 4. Risk of recurrence. Failure to address root causes increases the risk of stress recurrence. Employees may experience temporary relief from stress management activities, but if the underlying issues persist, stress is likely to resurface. 5. Impact on organizational culture. The culture of an organization plays a significant role in shaping employee experiences. If toxic elements in the workplace culture are not addressed, stress management efforts may be undermined by a culture that perpetuates stressors, leading to a negative impact on morale and productivity. 6. Resource allocation imbalance. Resources invested in stress management programs may not yield the desired outcomes if the root causes are not concurrently addressed. This imbalance in resource allocation can result in frustration among employees who see their concerns going unaddressed. 7. Missed opportunities for improvement. Identifying and addressing root causes provide organizations with valuable insights into areas that require improvement. Failure to act on these insights means missing opportunities for organizational growth, enhanced productivity, and a healthier work environment. 8. Strained employee-employer relationships. When employees perceive that the organization is not committed to resolving the underlying issues contributing to stress, it can strain relationships between employees and employers. This strain may manifest as decreased loyalty and commitment to the organization. To enhance the effectiveness of stress management initiatives, organizations should conduct thorough assessments to identify the root causes of stress within the workplace. This may involve employee surveys, focus groups, and ongoing communication channels to gather feedback. Once identified, organizations should take proactive steps to address these root causes through changes in policies, procedures, and organizational culture. A holistic approach that combines stress management programs with targeted efforts to create a healthier work environment is essential for long-term success. In conclusion, stress management skills isn't a hit and run, rather a continuous process. For how to manage stress, please check our previous episode on stress management techniques, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more updates and insightful contents. For guidance and counseling, and alternative dispute resolution, don't hesitate to get in touch with Gilgal Counseling and Mediation Center at 055-277-5779. Thanks for watching, and please do hit the subscription buttons as we close down the curtains. See you in our next episode.